Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm sorry, but just because she's a black woman does not give her a pass at all, because black women are dealing with so much on a daily already, race and everything. No, honey. We're all humans here, and what she did was freaking disgusting. She should be canceled. She showed her true colors.
Hi, my loves. It's CHANGE.TROYCE, and you're watching Choice TV. So, in today's video, I really wanted to get on here and speak on the controversy involving Sprinkle Sprinkle Lady, also known as Shera7. Shera7 is a very popular YouTube commentator and live streamer who has written books. She's a witch, really successful YouTube channels, and has done a lot for a lot of women. She's taught women how to get whatever they can out of men. She's taught women how to be gold diggers for certain men, and she's taught women how to get what they can out of their own men.
And if the ladies that can't get money out of men have the wrong target. If you've been with the wrong target for a long time and you're trying to squeeze money out of them, that's when you have to trick them in line, because they're not naturally the right target. So you're going to have to be tricky. But for those of you who are, meeting new people, this is the easiest, fastest way. Always find someone that likes you way more, that is eager to please you and offers you anything before you even ask.
She's an overall hypergamist and advises a lot of women to not date for love because love is overrated, but instead date up. Do what a lot of Arabic women do what a lot of women in Eastern Africa or Northern Africa do. Date a man who's going to take care of you and fund your lifestyle and elevate you. Because forgive me, everybody wants a Cinderella love story or the same love story as y'all grannies, but y'all don't realize that y'all grannies was getting they shit rocked every single Sunday after Sunday service. So you might as well find someone who's going to take care of you and pay your bills. She obviously has a very clear, smooth message, and we know what kind of person she is and the kind of woman she is. However, she recently got a lot of backlash because she basically showed a Starbucks cup in one of her live streams and on her Instagram.
This is y'all queen.
That's how I live my sprinkle life. I don't worry about distractions or anything else in the world that have nothing to do with me. If I had to sit here and worry about genocide, I'd have to worry about the Native Americans. I'd have to worry about the gentrification in different parts of my city. I'd have to make a whole list of things that I have to worry about before I have to worry about what's going on in a whole other country. So if y'all really want to get political and want me to start listing the things that I have to worry about, I can do that. But I choose to stay living my best life and focusing on the things that I want. So if y'all have a problem with me not being trendy and boycotting companies, I don't care. Sprinkle, unbothered.
And a lot of her fans were very irritated and angry at her, just like they've been with a lot of influencers, because as we all know, there's been a lot of backlash about Israel and Palestine. Now, of course, the internet does what they do best, and they expect everybody to be a microwave activist. Now, of course, a woman who is Muslim and Middle Eastern was very angry at Shera for trying to support Starbucks and trying to support all these different companies and not caring about a lot of her fans who are a part of these communities. And a woman basically got on TikTok and dragged her ass to filth for being a hypocrite.
One thing that set me off is that at the end of that live that she went on saying that she doesn't care about this group of people getting unalived. I'm sorry, but just because she's a black woman does not give her a pass at all, because black women are dealing with so much on a daily already, race and everything. No, honey. We're all humans here, and what she did was freaking disgusting. She should be canceled. She showed her true colors. She flaunted that freaking Starbucks coffee in our face. She didn't have to do that part. She should just shut your mouth, be quiet.
Now, I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about the genocide happening in Palestine and Israel because, as you guys know, there's a war going on right now involving the two countries due to resources, land, religious differences, and much more. And due to that, Israel has been, arming a lot of the country and doing all types of crazy shit, and a lot of children have been caught up in the crossfire where innocent people who have nothing to do with the war are being bombed. Now, of course, we all know Israel is ran by a certain religious group, also known as the Jews. And due to that, a lot of people have been very silent about Israel, doing a lot of wrong to Palestine. Really unfortunate because you see all types of crazy videos of children missing limbs, missing fingers because they got caught in the crossfire of the war. You see a lot of, arms getting dropped in a lot of parts of the country and dropped in a lot of very, historical areas because a lot of the people that run Israel are fed up with Palestine. And this war has been going on for over 500 years, and it probably won't end anytime soon. So this has led to a lot of people trying to boycott a lot of companies like Amazon, Starbucks, KFC, Burger King, and many other companies that helped a lot of Israeli soldiers, you know, support themselves, feed themselves, have internet, and much more. And a lot of people are not very happy about it, especially people who live in America and other Western countries, because many other Western countries have been helping Israel.
Okay, but do y'all see this list? There's Starbucks, Burger King, McDonald's, KFC, 7-Eleven. Oh my goodness. You got Kit Kat, Pepsi, Sprite, Coca-Cola, A&M root beer, and then you got Milo, the chocolate milk brand. Are you kidding me? Yo, Jamaicans about to lose their shit. Jamaicans about to lose their bati. Are you kidding me? You can't support none of this stuff?
So a lot of people want Israel as an ally, especially America. So American companies have been supporting Israel for a very long time, and a lot of people who are Palestinian and a lot of people who are Muslim and Arabic are not fucking with it. So now there's this huge trend of trying to boycott different companies and boycott celebrities that support these different companies. It's so bad to the point where a lot of people have been trying to get everyone's attention. Hence why everywhere y'all go on social media for the past year, all you've seen is free Palestine, free this, free that, free this. And all you've seen is this flag, and it's probably not going to go away. Because again, a lot of people are fed up and upset that a lot of young, innocent people are caught in the crossfire of this war. So essentially, this woman is making it very clear that Shera, of all people, should be standing in allegiance because Shera is a black woman and that she needs to stand in solidarity. And a big portion of this woman's comment section, without a shock, supported and agreed with her because a lot of people felt like Shera just should have said nothing at all. My issue with performative activism, microwave activism, is that they don't want Shera to be an activist. They want Shera to be a parrot. Now, it's one thing for her to show her Starbucks and say, look, I don't care, I don't want to be involved, and that's her business, that's her right. Who the hell cares? But the issue is, people on the internet are willing to bully people who won't be a parrot to them. We live in an era on social media where now people are pressuring entertainers and influencers to speak on stuff that's irrelevant to their entire brand. How the hell do y'all want someone who makes cooking videos to speak about the stuff that's going on in one particular country? It's just like Shera said, there's a lot of things that I have to worry about. And she has a point. Think about it. There's so many stuff happening in all parts of England, the Caribbean. Right now, a big portion of the Caribbean is going through Hurricane Beryl. You know, as we all know, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Grenada, St. Vincent, they're currently going through a huge hurricane, and a lot of people are left with no power or electricity. And the media is not talking about them.
System bringing damage to Jamaica on Wednesday when it passed the island as a Category 4. Tom Hansen has the latest.
Hurricane Beryl's fierce winds, powerful waves, and torrential rain pummeled Jamaica Wednesday. It's the latest Caribbean country to face widespread destruction from the storm. Beryl toppled power lines, snapped trees, and flooded roads after the Prime Minister called for a national curfew.
On top of that, there's a lot of things that us in the States should be worried about. Also, people in the Western society, where now there's this huge fentanyl epidemic, where now there's a lot of people who are bringing fentanyl into the country across the southern border. There's a lot of people from different parts of Asia who are bringing that shit into America and many parts of Westernized society. And many of them are trying to put these, substances inside of Westernized society to destroy the economy, to make mental illnesses worse, to give these new drug addicts more shit to worry about, and we don't know where this influx of it is coming from.
El Paso County DA is sharing a new report warning parents of the dangers of fentanyl. These are just a few examples of fentanyl-laced candy, some even looking like kids' chewable vitamins. Last year, 5 minors died in El Paso County due to fentanyl, including a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old.
And in other news, I really want to talk about this because not many people are discussing this. Another thing that's been happening recently is that a lot of migrants have been coming to New York City. Not just New York City, but a lot of major cities, but mostly New York City. So in New York City, as we all know, is mad diverse. And I was in New York City the other day with my homegirl, Lilo Morton. And as I was walking around, tell me why I saw so many housing that they were giving to a lot of the migrants. I'm talking about they were giving them food, shelter, bedding, all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But the issue is they're being thrown in the hood. So they're literally building migrant buildings, migrant homes, and they're giving them free health. They're giving them and they're giving them food, shelter, healthcare, and they're putting their kids in school and everything. Now, my question is, where the hell did New York City get this money from? But they're over here raising rent. They're raising rent. They're raising property taxes on people who own apartments and homes. People can't even get a decent, reasonable, livable wage to live in New York City, but they got millions of dollars to throw into these migrant homes. Who's paying for this? All of these packages and stuff like that, who's paying for it? Who's letting these millions of people stand in line? Who bought all these people in? I thought we had strict borders. I thought America was, strict with their border. Like, who let all these people from Panama, Chile, Central, and North America come in? Where do they come from? Who's paying for this? This is millions of dollars that could be used to fund a lot of the people that are on the streets. A lot of the single mothers that can't even afford daycare or childcare, that could be going towards them. But we're worried about a lot of these migrants that are coming in. And it's just stuff like that. That's what a lot of people in America are worried about right now. And rent is going up like crazy in New York City. So I see stuff like this and I think to myself, oh, so y'all do got money. But, of course, these politicians are being real sneaky and bringing a whole bunch of them in, are probably going to give a whole bunch of them loans, are probably going to help a lot of them open up businesses and restaurants, and then guess what? They won't hire one of these motherfuckers who live in Brooklyn or the Bronx who lived in these areas for generations. They're going to hire their own who don't speak the local language or none of that. Where are these people coming from? Like, let's just be realistic for a second. We have a lot of shit to worry about in America. And I'm not saying that I don't care about the stuff that's happening overseas. I'm just saying, in general, you can't get mad that a lot of Americans just simply don't care. Because, again, a lot of us is tired.
There's so many different things that people can worry about, and we can worry about multiple things at a time. But trying to legit boycott companies and pressure your favorite influencer to the same, it's a little bit childish. And I get why people want to boycott companies on their own and unfollow influencers. That's fine. But don't try to bully people to speak on things that you personally care about. Because let's be for real, when that whole BLM stuff happened, and that whole Breonna Taylor stuff happened, and George Floyd and all that stuff happened, not everybody had an opinion. Not everybody had something to say.
And the fact that a lot of entertainers and celebrities didn't have anything to say during the whole George and Breonna Taylor situation, it was so bad to the point where the music industry, which I'm not sure who came up with this idea, but I know they weren't black, came up with this idea where everybody did this dumb-ass trend where they were posting black squares all over social media. Where if you didn't have anything to say, you just basically went black. Like, you go ghost. You don't do anything. And then somebody added, oh, you support black businesses, and that's it. But that's it. You just go black. Nobody posts anything. And when somebody would post something, people would say, hey, we're supposed to go black. It's just, like, who thought of this dumb-ass shit? Like, it was so bad that people were grilling entertainers to say something about black issues that they felt pressured to post black squares. So for people who didn't want to say anything because they didn't want to stir controversy, they posted a fucking square like that's supposed to do something. People are so stupid, and society ain't shit for trying to pressure these people to speak on something to the point where they're posting black squares.
You know, we have so many things going on in the States. We have so many things. We have the election coming up. We have people who are struggling to pay their damn rent. We have people who are struggling and living paycheck to paycheck as single mothers. There's just so much shit going on in the world for people to get upset because one itty bitty person does not want to fucking put down the Starbucks cup. I mean, for God's sake, this woman has 2 children, and she obviously probably had to take her kids to school. She probably has to pay for her kids' classes. The least she can have is a damn coffee cup. Recently, they literally blocked an entire freeway out here in Los Angeles, California, because they wanted to bring attention to Palestine, and it caused a whole ruckus and everything. You know, a lot of people trying to get to work. A lot of people had to get places, and they couldn't because people blocked the freeways. People are literally blocking traffic everywhere to bring attention to what's happening in a whole other country. So it just is what it is. There's so many issues happening in the world right now that you can't pressure people to support the shit you support. So that's why I don't like performative activism, because when I see shit like that and I see people talking about BLM, which, fun fact, BLM wasn't predominantly ran by a lot of black people. And fun fact, BLM is a trash organization that no one should support because they took a lot of the funds, a lot of the investments, and a lot of the donations they got to line their own fucking pockets. If you want to spread more awareness about Palestine and you want people to post it all over their pages, why don't you post it on your page? Or why don't you send it to your friends and family who have an issue with it and post it on their page, or have them post it? Why do y'all care about what fucking Ja Rule got to think? Why do y'all care about what the fuck Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, and this person got to think? It's all performative. And now, if y'all didn't know, there's also companies that are capitalizing off of the performative activism, a lot of the microwave activism. Or if y'all didn't know, there's a company that made an app recently where if you want to figure out what company to support and not support, you could basically scan the package or scan the barcode. You can find out if that company actually supported Israel or not.
Ranking system, it goes from do not buy to caution, okay to buy, and there are 4 levels of okay to buy.
We're going to look this up. Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day is okay to buy.
Let me see.
Do not buy 24 alternatives, and the reason why.
I'm Nadia.
I'm Shazad.
And we're the founders of Disoccupy.
In order to use it, you can save it as if it's an app, and we're going to click on Disoccupied. So we wanted to look up
Skinny
Pop. This is popcorn here. It's a caution.
We've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours now just researching companies. The difference between what we're doing and what you've seen out there is we're following the private equity money, the venture capital money, the money that's not seen, that ends up going into APAC. That's the money that we're following.
We just felt helpless. We wanted to do something that is going to be more than just sharing or resharing a post. We knew that the only way we could do that was to shift where the money goes. And that's why we came up with this idea of Disoccupy.
So a lot of people are capitalizing off of this whole microwave activism and this whole cancel culture of entertainers and celebrities who don't want to speak on events or care to speak on things. Leave people the fuck alone. And if you want to unfollow her, I don't blame you. If you want to say fuck her, she can go to hell, then fine, go ahead. But what the fuck do you think she's supposed to do? She teaches women how to sprinkle and get what they can out of men. Her brand does not align with politics. She's not a politician. She's not an activist. She's just a woman who sits on her live stream in her basic home and talks about how you can get what you can out of men. What do people expect out of her? You know what I mean? And also another thing, YouTube doesn't even really let a lot of us talk about the things going on with Palestine and Israel. Notice how your favorite YouTubers haven't talked about Israel and Palestine, and it's messed up because I actually got 2 of my videos age restricted because I talked about Israel and Palestine, and I put a Palestinian flag in my thumbnail. And the reason why it's like that is because, I mean, a lot of these advertisers who, for example, when you see ads on a YouTuber's videos, like if you see an ad from Disney, if you see an ad from Netflix or an ad from Starbucks, Amazon, or any major company, 9 times out of 10, it's usually owned by a Jewish person or a Jewish company. So because a lot of these advertisers are ran by a lot of Jews, a lot of them don't play that shit. They're not going to have people talking about, you know, saving Palestine and then also lining the pockets of a lot of YouTubers and content creators and much more. They're just not having that shit. That's why you see a lot of people staying quiet about it. Some of them don't have a choice but to stay quiet about it, and some entertainers just simply don't care. You know, people grilled Kim Kardashian because she was like, free everybody, because she don't care. You know, she just don't care. Like, it just is what it is. Most of the media, most of the entertainment industry is ran by a certain religious group. But that's all I gotta say on that. Hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys can see where I'm coming from. Please just let me know what your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah, that's that. Choice out this bitch.
You will always be, I say, fight to the rain, watch it burn, I run away, in this story, and I say, fight to the rain, watch it burn, I set fire to the rain. That's all y'all get for free, and I don't even know the lyrics. Y'all have a good one.